How has this just gone under the radar? The Justin Verlander trade to the Houston Astros has huge ramifications, and it seems like no one cares. I know that the Cleveland Indians are on a historic run, and I will have a video out in a couple of days on their historic run. But with the acquisition of Justin Verlander, the Astros look like the favorites to win the AL and possibly the World Series.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother.
Ayo, what is going on, guys? It is Eli, and today we're going to be looking in depth into the Justin Verlander trade and just how significant this is for the postseason. Justin Verlander is the piece that the Astros have been missing, as he is the perfect leader for the team and the perfect front of the rotation pitcher that they needed. But before we get into the details on how Justin Verlander will help the Astros make the World Series this year, let's look at the long term for Verlander and the Astros. So the Astros will have Justin Verlander under control for the rest of this year, next year, and the 2019 season, and he has an opt-out option for the 2020 season. The core 6 young Astros players of Correa, Altuve, Springer, Bregman, McCullers, and Keuchel are all not going to hit free agency until 2020, except for Keuchel, whose contract expires in 2019, when Verlander's contract is up. So the money on Verlander's contract will not interfere with the re-signing of their young studs to long-term contracts. Now, the Astros traded 3 young prospects in Daz Cameron, son of former big leaguer Mike Cameron, who is a 20-year-old outfielder who was drafted in the competitive balance of the first round in the 2015 MLB draft, 19-year-old right-handed pitcher Franklin Perez, and catcher Jake Rogers, who was drafted in the third round of last year's draft. So the 2 bigger pieces they gave up were Daz Cameron and Franklin Perez, and the Astros' 4 top prospects are Kyle Tucker, Forrest Whitley, Derek Fisher, and J.B. Bukakis, 2 outfielders, and 2 right-handed pitchers. So since they have a surplus of players at those positions who are their top prospects, it was fitting to trade Perez and Cameron. So heading into the postseason, the Astros have a stacked outfield, with George Springer manning center field and speed and matchup problems and veterans, as they have 2 switch hitters in Marwin Gonzalez and Carlos Beltran, speed in Tony Kemp and Cameron Maybin, and power in Josh Reddick and Jake Marisnick. This is all to go with the filthiest double play combo in all of baseball, with Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve up the middle, and Alex Bregman and Yuli Gurriel at the corners. With 2 quality catches in Evan Gattis and Brad McCann behind the plate, a nasty starting rotation headlined by Dallas Keuchel, Lance McCullers, and Justin Verlander, and a very good Astro bullpen. So besides an ace-level pitcher, what does Justin Verlander give the Astros? Verlander gives the Astros exactly what they've needed, a balance of playoff experienced veterans like Carlos Beltran and Bryant McCann to go along with their young, fired-up group of studs. The addition of Verlander gives the Astros a perfect balance, and let's look at the past 2 World Series champs, like the 2015 Royals and the 2016 Cubs. Both teams flourished with young players and revolved around a young core of talented position players, and they usually had 1 or 2 young pitchers, like Yordano Ventura and Kyle Hendricks and Jake Arrieta. But what was the one outlier that got those 2 teams over the hump to be World Series champs? A veteran starting pitcher that had been in the big moment before, that was added to the list via trade or free agent signings. The Royals added James Shields, who had previously pitched in the 2008 World Series for the Rays, and led the Royals to be World Series champs. And the 2016 Cubs in the prior offseason added John Lester, who had won 2 World Series with the Red Sox. This is exactly the fit that Justin Verlander will have, as he pitched in the 2012 World Series and has been in countless other playoffs. Let me know down in the comments who you have as World Series favorites, but I think that the Astros have a very good chance of winning after this trade. But I just don't know how this trade goes so under the radar. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, baseball what ifs, and other dope baseball videos, hit that subscribe button, and until next time.
Hold on to